while most young adults count down the last seconds of the clock in the classroom. Right before summer break and vacation, some have a different summer waiting for them. The Department of the Interior employs thousands of young adults between the ages of 14 and 18 each summer to work for the U.S. government. These young adults work for such agencies as the National Park Service and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife all around the United States. The Youth Conservation Corps, also known as the YCC, started in 1974 as a 4-year experimental project to employ youth during the summer months. This program is still going strong today. The Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area is made up of 15 separate units that follows the Chattahoochee River, starting at Buford Dam located in Forsyth County and running just inside the city limits of Atlanta, Georgia, some 48 miles overall. The park has over 3 million visitors, young and old, per year that come out and partake in a wide variety of activities. This past year, Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area employed 6 YCC crew members from different walks of life. They ranged in age from 15 to 18, and there were a mix of 4 males and 2 females this past year. Each have their own reasons for working over the summer, while their siblings and friends have the summer off.
Sitting out in the woods, okay? And then we take our screwdriver and we're taking this thing off. You should be able to just hold in the back with your hand. It's just a plastic nut. These aren't screwed on there real hard. This thing should be able to come right off.
The YCC not only helped the park with protecting and preserving both cultural and natural resources, but they also have the opportunity to learn about their historical past. After getting their instructions from Ranger Thomas, the YCC replaced over 100 signs throughout the 7,000 acres of the park. Not only did they have to carry heavy equipment into remote areas over long distances, but they had to make sure that the signs were placed properly and pointing in the right direction. These paper signs are temporary and will be replaced with an all-metal sign in the near future. Since old trails were being closed, new ones had to be created for visitors to use. Some of the YCC had never used or even seen some of the tools that were needed in completing these new trails. Not only were the YCC putting in new trails, but they also had to close some old trails that had eroded and become unsafe for visitors to use. The Chattahoochee River Race is an annual event, and the YCC helped the Roswell community by assisting in parking vehicles, unloading kayaks, and at the end of the race, they helped with pulling out kayaks out of the river. This past year, Atlanta celebrated the 150th year since the Battle of Atlanta. Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield held a commemoration, and the YCC helped. YCC assisted with parking vehicles and the children's arts and crafts tables. During their downtime, they were able to see some of the activities. Living historians demonstrated some of the weapons that were used at the battle, like the firing of this 6-pound cannon. The bulk of their time over the summer was spent on hard work, but when they had some downtime, they wanted to make a fun and educational video about first aid. The first video they did was dealing with hypothermia. The video was shot in just an hour's time, and it was a great way for everyone to get to know each other. Hypothermia was shot the day after they had learned first aid, and they wanted to see if they could, in an entertaining way, put their newfound knowledge to work. For some, it was their first time in front of a camera in which they had to act. The second video was shot near the end of the tour, and they wanted it to show heat injuries. During their time, we never had to deal with a true heat injury. The YCC would have to work in extreme heat conditions with minimal rest. Fluids were the key to keeping them hydrated.
This year is a lot more physically demanding. Like last year we would go on field trips to museums and everything. This year we're putting in map posts, trail closures, just a lot of heavy lifting. Just really hard.
Well, this year we've been doing more like maps. We change out like map posts and stuff like that, and digging holes. And last year was just like clearing trails, like all the growth on the sides.
Well, leadership is key, and I've learned that teamwork is a big majority of what we do, and it's a big part of what we do. I've also learned how to apply social skills to get along with everyone and get the job done.